First things first, if you love the Judge Judy show, give us a like below and let's see our numbers together. Alright. Next case. You, sir. Take the podium. You, ma'am. Stand to his right. State your name for the record. My name is Christopher Harris, Your Honor. And you, ma'am. My name is Nathalie Evans, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Harris. What is your claim today? Your Honor. I'm here because my cousin, Miss Evans, she stole a watch from me. My grandfather's watch. A vintage Rolex. It was promised to me. It was in his will. But she took it. She took it after he passed away. A vintage Rolex. Is that right? And why do you believe this watch was promised to you? My grandfather. He told me, Your Honor. He told me many times. He said, Christopher, that watch, it's for you. It's going to you. We talked about it. We talked about it for years. I have texts from him. Texts where he talks about the watch. He says, I hope you like the watch. It's a classic, just like you. It was his way of telling me. It was mine. Miss Evans, what do you have to say about this? Your Honor. That's a lie. He's lying. My grandfather. He gave me that watch. He gave it to me last year. For my 50th birthday. He said, Nathalie, I want you to have this watch. It's a special watch. And I want you to have it. He put it on my wrist. He gave it to me. It was a gift. It was a gift. It was not stolen. Mr. Harris, is this watch mentioned in the will? No, Your Honor. It's not. The will. It just says, assets are to be divided equally. But he promised me. He promised me the watch. It was his most prized possession. And he wanted me to have it. Miss Evans, do you have a receipt or any proof that he gave you this watch? No, Your Honor. I don't. It was a gift from my grandfather. It was a verbal gift. He just gave it to me. And I have worn it every day since. It was a sign of his love for me, not for him. This is a case of a verbal promise from a person who is now deceased. The law, it is very clear. A will is the only legal document that determines the division of assets. A verbal promise, it is not a legal document. It is not a contract. It is not a will. Mr. Harris, your texts, they show a loving relationship, a beautiful relationship with your grandfather, but they do not show a promise that is legally binding. The words, I hope you like it. They do not say, I give it to you. They do not say, it is now yours. They just show a conversation, a loving conversation. Miss Evans, your argument that it was a gift is plausible. It is more believable than his. A verbal gift. It is the gift. A gift that is given with no expectation of a return. And he gave it to you a year before he passed. The fact is, you have no legal claim. Mr. Harris, you have a conversation. You have some words. But you do not have a will. You do not have a contract. You have nothing. The law, it cannot enforce the feelings of a person. It cannot enforce the words of a person. It can only enforce a legal document. And you have no legal document. I find in favor of the defendant, Ms. Evans. All right. Next case. You, sir. Take the podium. You, ma'am. Stand to his right. State your name for the record. My name is William Jensen, Your Honor. And you, ma'am. My name is Erica Bennett, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Jensen. What is your claim today? Your Honor. I'm here because Ms. Bennett, she is the party planner. She owes me $5,000 for my son's graduation party. She ruined it. Ruined it. Is that right? And how did she ruin it? I hired her, Your Honor, to plan my son's high school graduation party. The whole thing. The catering, the decorations, the music. We agreed on a price. $7,500. I paid her $5,000 up front in a deposit. The party. It was a complete disaster. The food. The food was wrong. The decorations. They were not what we agreed on. And the DJ. The DJ showed up 2 hours late. It was a disgrace. My son. His big day. It was ruined. Miss Bennett. What do you have to say about this? Your Honor. I did not ruin his son's party. Mr. Jensen. He was the problem. From the beginning. He was a micromanager. He kept changing his mind. He would call me at all hours. The day of the party. He called me. He called me to change the colors of the streamers. He called me to change the menu. At the last minute. The catering company. They had to throw out the food. And they couldn't get a new order in time. It was a disaster. Because of him. Not me. Mr. Jensen. What is your response to that? Did you change your mind? Your Honor. I just wanted it to be perfect. For my son. I was just making sure that she was doing her job. I gave her pictures of what I wanted. I gave her my expectations. She did not meet them. The food. It was chicken. We ordered steak. The streamers. They were orange. We ordered green. The DJ. He was late. She's the professional. She's the one who is responsible. Miss Bennett. Do you have a contract? A written contract? Yes, Your Honor. I do. It's right here. It specifies the catering order, the decorations, the music. It says any changes must be approved in writing at least 72 hours in advance. It says that right here. He changed everything. He changed everything. The morning of the party. I did my best. I called my vendors. I tried to fix it. I did everything I could. I am not responsible for his last-minute demands. This is a case of a breach of contract. A clear contract. You, Mr. Jensen, you signed a contract. A contract. Access. You cannot change. You cannot change the terms of the agreement at the last minute. You broke that contract, and you are responsible for the consequences. The fact that the food, it was wrong. It was wrong because of your actions. Your actions, not hers. The fact that the DJ, he was late. It is a mystery. But the fact that you changed your mind, that is a fact. That is on you, Miss Bennett. You are a professional. You have a duty to your client, a duty to communicate. And you did. You have the text messages. You have the emails. You have the proof that you did your best. Under the circumstances, you did not. You did not abandon your client. You did not take his money and run. You try. You try to fulfill your end of the bargain. And the client, he made it impossible.